My name is Bryan, Estelle. I teach biblical theology and Old Testament. It's often difficult for people to see how Jesus is taught in the Old Testament. And that happens primarily through typology, or what we call figural readings, that God designed that he would reveal that his son was going to come and be the penalty-paying substitute for the sins of his people and the probation keeper, fulfilling all the righteousness that Adam didn't fulfill for his people. And he does that through marvelous types and shadows and symbols in the Old Testament. And so my job is to try and help the students understand how Christ is foreshadowed in the Old Testament. I did not always want to go into the ministry. So I had numerous jobs, all the way from blue-collar jobs to fishing in Alaska for 8 years during the summers with my wife, to being a mountain guide in the Sierras, and working with prison inmates and troubled youth at risk. And so God can call anybody to the ministry. And what's wonderful in his providence is he uses that tapestry of background in order to help you to minister to people. Once I had a student come up after class and said, you know, some of us were talking on Lord's Day after the service in a little circle about seminary professors, as we are wont to do. And a woman came up from outside the circle and said, wait a minute, Bryan, Estelle, what's he look like? There's no way he could be a minister, let alone a professor at a seminary training ministers. I was this guy's next door neighbor growing up. And now, why do I share that story? Because the gospel is powerful unto salvation. So God took a rebellious young man and turned him into a God-fearing young man, and then even gave me the desire to want to teach others about this wonderful news that is the power unto salvation and unto eternal life. And so when I think about my students, even though they're sitting there on chairs in a class with tables and everything, they eventually are going to be going out and ministering to people on their deathbeds who are about ready to step out into eternity. Or they're going to deal with daughters who have gotten pregnant out of wedlock, or when their child has suddenly been killed in an automobile accident. How can you not teach 77% of the scriptures, namely the Hebrew Bible, and teach it as gospel and want to communicate that so students can be influenced by that, because I have been so profoundly influenced by it.